Yeah, Lou Reed. He's okay. It's all right. Lou Reed's an American master. You know, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm far less knowledgeable than probably everyone's here, but, you know, I thought he just sort of like was a transitional link from the beats and turned it into rock and roll, and 99% of everybody else just wouldn't have had a gig if it wasn't for this guy, and I'm honored to call him a friend, and I love him, and, you know, his footprints, his brain prints, well overdue here on the Walk of Fame here, and I love the cat. He's one of the greatest poets, that we have. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, and it is indeed an honor to be here today to honor the great man. I remember seeing him up close and personal one time in Amsterdam at the Hotel Pulitzer, and it was fabulous. I'm like, it's Lou Reed. Oh my God. He's done tremendous things for us in music, and he still is. And anyone that hasn't gotten the newest album, the Poe Beauty, should go out and get it. Congratulations, Lou. You completely deserve it. Thank you very much.
Lou Reed matters because of his intelligence, because of his honesty, and his visceral ability to extract laughter from tragedy, to find sadness in joy. He matters because of his extraordinary capacity to express emotions that are universal and to present them to others in simple terms through his music and lyrics. Why does Lou Reed continue to matter, to be relevant? Because Lou Reed's music has no expiration date. I've been given a poem that was written by Wim Wenders, who was supposed to be here, and he couldn't. And this is Wim's statement. I wish I could be with you tonight. I wish I could be with Lou tonight. You still can, it's afternoon. Just writing this does not seem right. I assume you know it. He's a great poet. He moved my heart with his art. He's the voice of New York City, so he's not bound to sound pretty, but rather gritty instead, and true. That's Lou. A singer of truth who translated the blues into the 21st century, full of beauty and agony. A hero of rock and roll, a man with a great soul, a rock of integrity. There's no doubt for me that his songs will remain heard again and again for generations to come. They will still hum Walk on the Wild Side and Satellite of Love, or none of the above. What rhymes on Lou? Well, I love you and admire you too, Lou. That's Wim Wenders. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure, my honor to introduce to you an icon, an original, the one and only, Lou Reed.
Suitcase in my hand, Jackson's corset, Jane is in her vest, and me, I'm in a rock and roll band. Huh.
It's amazing. A poem by Wim, read by Ruben, and Ruben, incredible, beautiful words. And my friend Bob, Richard. As far as I'm concerned, I want to thank Andy Warhol. You know, everything I do is from the outside, and if hadn't it been for Andy, who knows whether would have had a chance to do anything. So I think I owe everything to Mr. Warhol. Thanks. Oh, I get personal satisfaction out of making things that don't exist. I follow passion. And that's the one rule I've lived by.
How do you rationalise the respectability that comes with being an elder statesman, but you also want to try and retain your edginess, your outsider status?
I've never had a problem retaining edginess. I'm going to have a book of photographs out in the fall, and I'm having the text of The Raven published by Grove Press in the United States.
Lou, your lyrics were not widely accepted when you first began your career. Do you feel like
They certainly weren't.
Do you feel like the topics you sing about now and write about now have been more accepted with the evolution of your music?
I've never given a shit about any of this because, I mean, when I was doing these records, William Burroughs, Ginsberg, Burroughs, Hubert Selby, John Ricci, Nelson Algren, all of this had been in books. It was no big deal. Only in records was it a big deal. So to me, it's nothing. It means zero.
What about what happened today, the RockWalk? Is that a big deal?
I think that's fantastic. I'm very, very surprised and really get a kick out of this. A song called All Tomorrow's Parties was Andy's favorite song. And I always think of him and Nico when I'm doing that song. It's very strange. Every time I do that song, I think of them. I feel like I'm saying hello. I'm not a critic. I think there's room for everybody. There's all kinds of music. When I was younger and making records, there was a lot of music out there you could call disposable then. And there's music that's disposable now. It's for the minute. It's like party stuff. Nothing wrong with that. I like that too. I'm in love with certain kinds of sounds that I've just been trying to play the guitar better, record it better. What's the best mic? I would bore you if I told you what I'm interested in. No, it's okay. I'm interested in. You might think it's elitist because it's not just that it sounds good on a ghetto blaster. I'm interested in what sounds good on a great system. All my stuff will sound good on a ghetto blaster, but I'm also interested in the person who's really, really, really listening. And I'm trying to give them something to really listen to seriously. So forget about what anything means, just the sound. If you get off on sound, I'm somebody who gets off on sound. I get off on sound the way you might get off on sex, you know what I'm saying?